So, I got a really nice comment on my last video, and I was really motivated to do another video. So, I'm taking a break from drawing right now, and I was like, what if I record another video? I sometimes don't know if my videos have high quality, but I think they have because it is quality in terms of what I do, what I talk about in the video. I think that's quality. So, yeah, I think it's all right. I just hope I don't annoy people by uploading. Like, I don't know when I will upload this video, but maybe I will upload it already today, where I already uploaded another video. I hope that's not annoying to people, but I just got a little bit more in a grind of YouTube again. Still, manga is my main focus, but why not grind a little bit on YouTube and do YouTube videos, you know? So, I wanted to talk about my manga a little bit, just in general. So, my manga Stonebreaker is a shonen seinen. It's really hard to identify it just as a shonen or just as a seinen because it has themes to it that are really shonen like that are more simple, that you easily get into, but it also has, by the way, my manga is called Stonebreaker and is on Webtoon and Manga Plus creators. And Webtoon, it has like 5 mangas right now. I'm probably not continuing it on Manga Plus creators, except if my latest chapter comes back, because they privated it. I made another video about this, so yeah, you can look on my channel. Whatever. Yeah. It's because my manga. By the way, when I talk about my manga, I will do spoilers about the story, so be aware of that. So yeah, my manga is kind of a shonen and kind of a seinen because there are also like a lot of major themes in it. It's not always really dark or something. It has a lot of comedic scenes in it. I'm trying to make a lot of comedy in it when it fits the scene. And so it sometimes can be really shonen like, and sometimes it's really seinen like. It really depends. It sometimes is more simplistic, and sometimes it's really complex. And yeah, that's just something I should mention. Also, my main character is a girl. She is actually, her ethnicity is German, Egyptian with a little bit of Russian and Ukrainian. I don't know how to say this in English. It has a reason why this is like, it doesn't have the big reasons. I just wanted to include Russian as well. I just found it really interesting. And yeah, she is a girl, and I don't know. Today I was thinking a lot about her. I thought about a lot of scenes with her, and I was like, especially yesterday, it was so intense to think about her, but I was really tired, so I couldn't continue drawing my manga even though I really wanted to. But I was like, like there's so many interesting scenes with her, like she's a really interesting main character, I think. Um I'm not quite sure if she's the only protagonist. There's another character. I don't know if I will talk about him in this video, but there's another character that I kind of also see as the protagonist. I'm not 100% sure. Like, I have a lot of things planned for the story. I kind of know where the story is going to, but I still don't I still let everything open for myself. So I'm not quite sure where the story is. How do you say this? Where the story will carry me. So I don't know how important this character will be. For me, he's kind of feels like a protagonist too. So I will see. Yeah. And yeah, it will be really depressive tones. I talk about a lot of different topics in my story. Um, I was sometimes afraid if the themes I'm talking about will piss people off, and I was like, should I include this? Because could the story live without it? But then I was like, as an author, I shouldn't censor myself, you know? I should just talk about the topics I want to. Even though there are sometimes topics where I feel like I have to talk about it because I just see the character like this, but in the same time, I'm being like, I don't know if this is really important for me, for myself. Like, you know, and then I'm struggling because, like, I have the characters in clear minds, but then I'm like, is this really necessary for the story, like, now, right now? Because there's so much stuff I want to tell in my story, and I don't know if this is really necessary to put this in, you know? So, I don't know for sure. So I don't plan in every detail how the story will go. But you know, because when you draw a storyboard, there are so many ideas coming up into your brain while you're drawing it, and when you are putting it on paper, everything looks different than you first imagined it. And then you realize your story gets into another direction than you planned it before, because you see now really how the characters react to each other, what the action of the characters are. You see this in much better detail when you actually put the storyboard down. So I realized I have a lot of ideas. I know how my world basically works. I have the basement for my story, but in which direction the story actually goes, I don't know for sure. You know, I don't know. I just know it will be a really long story. And I really hope that a lot of people will read it. I really hope that. I hope that it will touch people's hearts, because I think it's a really good story. And a lot of times I get hyped about my own story, and I'm like, this is truly a good story. I just want to tell it, you know? This story is in my heart since I'm 20. So for 8 years now, I'm 28 now. And I never thought so much about something than about my story, you know? And I was always like, I have to tell the story. Like this, those ideas are so interesting. The twists and turns are really entertaining that I was like, I can't hide this story from the world, you know? Even though I'm just a beginner writer. So I probably will get better while doing the craft, you know? I'm just at the beginning of everything. But I'm trying to make my story really original, you know, to make it really interesting, and I think it stands out. I think it, yeah. I just think it's really interesting to read, and I think I have the skills already. I mean, it's not like it's my first story. I mean, I invented a lot of stories uh, for even when I was like in my teens, I was drawing started comics. I gave up on them, you know, but I always was invested in storytelling. So it's not like it's my first story, you know? But it's my first manga that I really get through, you know? And it probably will be my only manga too. So, yeah. I just wanted to talk, to get my thoughts out a little bit. I just wanted to talk about my manga a little bit because, as I said, I got really hyped up by it, and I was like, I can't wait to see more people reading this. And I'm I'm actually not insecure about it at all. Not even about the art, even though the art is probably not the best. I don't know how good my art is actually, but I think like when I do the line art, I look at it and I'm like, it looks not that great. It looks not how I imagined it, but I can just become better if I continue grinding and drawing, So I guess I will just keep going and I will get better during the process. I especially have to work on my line work, even though a lot of people tell me I have good line work. But I think when it's digital, you kind of see that it is done by a beginner, kind of. I mean, I draw a lot, but I didn't draw so much digitally, and I was not inking so much. I was drawing a lot with a pencil. So I think there's a lot of place to improve in, but you can just become better if you draw, Yeah, and basically the story gives me meaning in my life. The story gives me reason in my life, and I'm just really into it. It gets to the point that I'm not even watching anime right now. Like, I start to watch an episode of an anime, and then during the episode, I look at the show and I'm like, oh, this is so cool. And then I'm like, I want to tell something like this in my story too. And then I'm so invested into my own story that I don't really focus on the episode anymore. And I just want to draw my own stuff. And I'm not really interested in watching stuff right now. So I'm just gonna do what I want to do. So, yeah. Thank you very much for watching this video. I don't know, for new viewers it will be a little bit irritating because I just start to talk about my story, I think. I don't really explain myself, but I don't think I want to explain myself in every video, so just watch the other videos. I'm a manga artist or a comic artist, for you to better know. I just say this in the end. This is not the best way to do a video, but whatever. So, thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Hit like, subscribe, comment, hype it up. I'm really interested in this. It would make me really happy. It would make my day better. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.